So, here we are, 5 minutes or so with the Flawed Guru. And today is June 29th. So I'm, in terms of being on the cusp, I'm late. And actually, I was prepared to do this on June 20th, in which case I would have been early. Because we passed into Cancer, we passed into the long days time on June 22nd, which is also my daughter Hannelin's birthday. Happy birthday, Hannelin. So I was going to do this video on June 20th because that was the solstice and the full moon. But honestly speaking, together, the full moon and the solstice were just too powerful, and I just kind of got swept away. And it was like, then there was this explosion of busyness. And so here I am 9 days later, after I had intended to do it on June 20th, 9 days later, sort of recovering now from, I don't know what it was, just a surge of energy during that period of time. You know, June 20th, 21st, 22nd, right on through up to, you know, for about a week. And that was a powerful, powerful full moon this year. Solstice, full moon, boy. So here we are now in the long days time. Time of Cancer, and I always just like to throw out, so the totem animal, very interesting. You can look at last year's video because I talked more about it. The woodpecker, tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And interestingly, the color in earth medicine is rose, and the stone, the crystal gemstone, is rose quartz, and the flower totem is the wild rose. And of course, like, this is a rose, you know, not just pink, but a little deeper than pink, but not quite red. And it is a time of, you know, love, because Cancer, water, dealing with the emotions. But I want to single out one particular thing of this time, because this is the beginning of summer, the first stage of summer. And summer is the time for the development and the growth, the formation and the growth, the development of fruit. And so one thing that is important, and this is the main point of this video, is letting go. If you want to produce good fruit, you have to let go of past resentment, past regrets, all of anything within yourself that is toxic. During the period of time, or when you want to produce good fruit, you need to learn to let go of toxic elements within your psyche, toxic elements within your subconscious. Because whatever your conscious intentions are, when you are producing fruit, if you have toxic elements in your subconscious, it will create bitter fruit. So Jesus said in Matthew 8, by their fruit you will know them. By their fruit you will know them. A good tree produces good fruit. So we need to let go of things which will not produce good fruit. Love produces good fruit. Truth produces good fruit. Purity of heart produces good fruit. So we need to, you know, but anger, resentment, hatred, those things do not produce good fruit. So we need to learn to let go of anger, resentment, hatred. I guess I could go through all the list of, the 7 deadly sins, the different aspects that we have: envy, pride, lust, greed, sloth, anger. You know, it's like those things produce, you know, not such wholesome fruit. Life, vitality, love, beauty, goodness, and which really is like, childhood innocence, you know, to be open, to be loving, to be engaged in the world in in a state of goodness and wonder, not to be wounded and painful. So how do you let go of those things? How do you let go of them? I mean, they're in there, and you have to become aware of them before you can let go of them. If they're in the subconscious and they're blocked and repressed, and you're repressed, then you don't even realize the things that like are in there that may show up in your fruit, but and you're not actually really aware of it. So one of the things is just to become aware, to accept what is in the world externally, because much of what you see in the world is just a projection of what's inside of you. So if you're looking out in the world and it's all, you see just darkness and all these different kinds of things, then you still need to accept the world as it is with a loving heart. And that's a stage in accepting yourself, because a lot of what you see in the world is a projection of yourself. And then if you see, those things that I mentioned, anger, resentment, hatred, greed, all these different things, permeating the world, then, those may be reflections of what you see in your own soul, And so you need to accept what is. I accept what is. I embrace all reality as myself. And then if you want the world to change, I was sitting in a hot spring down by the Pitt River once a number of years ago. And when I would sit in hot springs and be out there in the beautiful nature, a lot of times I would ask nature to talk with me. In this case, I was looking at the Pitt River, which is just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful days, sunshine, And so the intuitive message that I got from the river was, let love flow through you so that your heart may be pure. The essential problem, if you have a pure heart, then you're going to produce sweet fruit. So the essential problem is, if the heart has been contaminated. And the way to purify the heart is to open yourself up and let love flow through you. So let love flow through you so that your heart may be pure, so that during this period of time you may nurture and develop good fruit. So enjoy this long day's time from now until August 21st, and rejoice in the outdoors. Get out there by the rivers and out in the sunshine and out in the beauty of nature, because the beauty of nature, Linda would always say this, God created nature so that it is beautiful. And when we look at the beauty, then that stimulates within us a feeling of joy. This is my wife Linda's philosophy. When you look at the beauty of nature, that stimulates a feeling of joy. And then that joyfulness opens your heart up to the feeling of love. And then receive the love and let the love flow through you so that your heart may be pure.